Sudan tomb diver reveals Pharaoh's secrets. A courageous team has finally entered one of Sudan's lost mysteries and found hidden treasures along the way. The first people to enter a pharaoh's tomb that lays underneath a pyramid for 100 years have made their way into the ancient royal burial site in the depths of Sudan. Amazingly, this was the first time underwater archaeology had been attempted in Sudan, which is the location of the ancient royal burial site of Nuri. The site had not been visited because the rising water levels made access incredibly difficult. Despite the challenges, the team, led by underwater archaeologist Piers Paul Kriessman, found pottery figurines and a gold leaf while exploring Nuri. Kriessman believes these offerings were for Nastasen, a minor pharaoh who ruled the Kush kingdom from 335 BC to 315 BC. The fact that the team was able to find the gold leaf was incredible because it probably would have been taken by thieves if not for the difficulty of accessing the tomb. It seems that events aligned perfectly for Kriessman's team to find these discoveries. The pyramid complex contains tombs for Kushite royals who sometimes get referred to as Black Pharaohs. This goes back to a time when the Kush kingdom ruled for hundreds of years and even conquered and ruled Egypt for almost a century. This ancient civilization was incredibly advanced for its time in terms of culture and politics, and differentiating from the famous pyramids in Egypt, the pyramids in Sudan have their kings buried below them, not inside. As expected, this expedition was by no means an easy task. The divers were able to go down 40 stairs of the 65-step stairway before realizing the only way to go deeper was to go completely underwater. Knowing that scuba tanks would have been too burdensome, they instead used an oxygen hose connected directly from the surface supply. The finding of this ancient tomb is nothing short of remarkable. Kriessman explained, there are 3 chambers, with these beautiful arched ceilings about the size of a small bus. You go in one chamber, into the next, it's pitch black. You know you're in a tomb if your flashlights aren't on. And it starts revealing the secrets that are held within. With Kriessman and his team's discovery, we have uncovered more of the fascinating history of this ancient civilization that has left so much more to discover. Enigmatic DNA strands named Borgs assimilate genes. Scientists have done it again. An American research team has discovered a group of enigmatic DNA strands, or Borgs, named after an alien group, that appeared in the television show Star Trek. According to Jill Banfield, a professor of microbial metagenomics, the name was chosen due to how the Borgs from Star Trek assimilated different species and cultures. That nickname proves to be a fitting one, as these mysterious strands of DNA assimilate genes from different organisms in their environment. This discovery, made in a Californian backyard, has the potential to explain more about the evolution of microorganisms and how they interact within their ecosystems. This structure of DNA consists of close to 1 million base pairs, and in their investigation, scientists discovered more secrets behind these Borgs. More than half of the genes in their DNA sequence were new, and the structures seemed to be able to self-replicate due to having mirrored sequences at the end of each strand. Additionally, by looking into different DNA databases, scientists identified 19 sequences that resembled their discovery. Scientists have also noted that Borgs belong to a class of structures called extrachromosomal elements. These ECEs are found on the outside of chromosomes that contain most of the genetic material of an organism. ECEs tend to be large and self-replicating. However, the Borgs were found to be much larger than the average ECE, making these DNA strands even more mysterious. One of the most incredible aspects of this discovery is that Borgs happen to have a lot of the identical gene sequences from other microbes and elements. This makes nickname Borgs a fitting one, as researchers have interpreted their findings to mean that Borgs have assimilated these genes and elements. The broader implication of the Borgs remains unknown, although the researchers speculated that they could have long-term biogeochemical consequences, such as reducing methane fluxes. If this is true, Borks could play a role in important climate implications. With everything the researchers uncovered, the fact that these DNA strands were found in a Californian backyard just adds to this story's incredibility. The seafloor is eroding faster than scientists thought. Oceanographer Kimberly Yates made a shocking discovery after taking a trip to research the coral reef of the beaches of the Florida Keys. Yates found that the continent's seafloor is eroding at a concerningly fast rate. Yates swam in the water to investigate and analyze the coral reef and coast, looking for somewhere to set up her equipment. Once the ideal spot was found, however, the captain would not bring the boat to her because the water was too shallow. According to the man's nautical chart, the water was only 2 foot deep, only for Yates to bring him to the spot and reveal that it was actually 12 feet deep. Since the chart was made, the seabed has deepened by a whole 10 feet. Yates spent the next 2 years traveling from reef to reef in the Florida Keys to investigate the matter further, going as far as the Virgin Islands and Maui in Hawaii. They searched 5 reefs, and every single one was found to have eroded greatly with water levels rising at alarming speeds. As this phenomenon increases, coastal communities are put under more and more risk of horrendous floods and coastal erosion threats. Yates claims at current rates by the year 2100, seafloor erosion could increase water depths by 2 to 8 times more than what has been predicted from sea level rise alone. Yates and her team studied nautical charts from the 1800s and compared them over the passing decades. 3/4 of coastal habitats revealed severe seafloor erosion. On Maui's coasts alone, 81 million cubic meters of volume were lost due to the erosion. If the seafloor continues to lose its volume, it will increase the pace and impact of global warming and worsen an already terrible situation we have found ourselves in. The eroding seafloor could lead to more disastrous storms and weather as a side effect as well. Coral is also growing back far too slowly to protect the coastlines from the treacherous waves. According to Yates, corals and a shallow seafloor provide a barrier to the coastline against things like storms, waves, and tsunamis. When you're starting on the beach, you can see surfers on big waves, but by the time they actually reach the sand, the waves are much smaller. That's because coral structures and a shallow floor cause the waves to break up. But if the water gets deeper and coral erodes away, the waves can make it to the shoreline and cause erosion. But what do you make of these recent discoveries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.